motivation. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint, and every morning I'm blessed to live my life. I got the garbage man in the background. I got private jets landing here. I got loud noises and two people blowing their fucking what do you call those air blowers this morning to get the leaves. It's all happening at the same time, and that's why I went live to show people that they got to turn up their intensity. See, just that beeping noise in the background, yet you know that there's energy out there, right? There's more energy inside you than you even know what to do with. But most of us are being calmed, right? We've calmed ourselves to be comfortable. We've calmed ourselves into being comfortable. And then as soon as we're uncomfortable, we fight the force that pushes us. This is the morning marijuana motivation. It's all about pushing ourselves past our limits, finding new levels of intensity, finding new levels inside of ourselves to stay motivated and compete with ourselves on the daily. That's what success takes. A lot of people don't want success. It looks a lot like hard work. And just like your boy Mark Twain said, there's opportunity everywhere. It's just covered in hard work. And the hard work could be interpersonal work. The hard work could be push-ups and controlling your weight. The hard work could be just getting out there into life and getting past your fear. But that's real work. You know, a lot of people are stuck on that fear level. They're like, man, if it makes me feel uncomfortable, I'm going to get nervous. I'm going to fumble the ball, and then I drop it. And I tell people, let's see if we can't get this, that's the best moment to shine, right? The moments to shine are when the moments are the most intense. I remember distinctly talking about diamonds being made out of pressure and how life puts pressure on us. We get pressure to pay our bills. We get pressures in relationships, pressures on ourselves, especially when you got goals. And in these pressures, you'll see what you're made out of. That's why we love watching a fighter get off the canvas. We love watching a fighter after they've been knocked down or knocked out, get back up and fight back. Something about that shows us resilience, endurance. That's why I have the book Endure, and that's why I went live with all the other things happening, because there's a lot that makes me popular or gets my name out there. You know, I'm constantly getting flagged by YouTube right now just because we be smoking weed on the morning marijuana motivation. But mostly I'm spitting game. You know, I'm talking about the intensity of life and how to raise up to it. A lot of people are just, again, numb to the fact that their life is the way that it is. So instead of being an active player in their lives, they rather be not a participant, but a spectator. And there's only two players, right? The ones that are playing on the field are the ones that get paychecks. They're the ones doing push-ups, running around. There's your ass sitting around watching them do the work. It's really hard to accelerate yourself unless you get your hands dirty. We talk about it all the time through Tiger Woods. You can watch him golf all day, but unless you practice your own swing, you'll never improve, right? You got to do the work, and that's what all this is. You know, the only reason I even got a show has been hard work, consistent hard work, dedication, just like your boy Floyd Mayweather said. But most people don't want to hear that, and they're like, oh, he's one of the richest athletes, one of the richest in the world, and they wonder why. Well, have you ever not drank in your life? I mean, I'm being real. Like, my brother's never drank in his life. He's a multimillionaire. You know, Floyd Mayweather's one of the richest men in the world. But you wouldn't see that. You wouldn't see that me standing in front of Jay-Z and Floyd Mayweather arguing who's going to pay for the bottles. And this guy wins. Floyd Mayweather busts out hundreds stacked together like it's a fan. And guess what? He bought all the bottles out of the Club Utopia back in the day. We're talking 98, 97. Wait, when he was like 22-0, and wait, this was like half his career ago. And what happened was that I watched somebody try to like assault him, and he hit him, try to raise a bottle to him, and he popped him so fast I didn't even see straight. But the truth of it is, and let's keep it 1,000, he doesn't drink. Right? This is one of the most successful people on the planet, one of the richest people on the planet, but he doesn't drink. He bought all the alcohol in the club, but didn't drink a drop of it. And like, that's a thought of discipline that most people don't want. I know for a fact I don't like the taste of discipline. It tends to taste bitter in my mouth, but you all know what it's like to have self-control. You all know what it's like to pivot yourself for a situation to be better. We all have an opportunity to improve our attitudes. We all have an opportunity to improve our intensity and our focus. But most of us like to run. As soon as we get the opportunity opportunity, we're right out the door chasing squirrels down rabbit holes and getting on the internet and wasting our time looking at other people's lives and instead of improving our own. And that's why I said we got to turn up the intensity. If we knew, right, like the frog in the hot water, if you drop a frog on some boiling water, it's jumping out immediately. But if you slow cook it and you let it go up to a boil, it will just sit there and cook itself. And that's what we're doing. We're just sitting there and cooking ourselves. We're literally in boiling water and it's turned up the heat and we don't know how to jump out. We don't know how to save ourselves. We don't know how to get ourselves out of trouble. We just put our fucking fingers up our ass and sit on the couch and wondering why our lives aren't improving, wondering why our mentality isn't improving, wonder why we don't have the girl of our dreams or any of that. It's because you haven't turned up the intensity. You know, I have my best friend over here. He's in a monotone way. And I was like, dude, knock that shit off, bro. Nobody wants to hear a librarian just talk like this. In your soul, get it out of push-ups, whatever it takes to get the on the couch right now, but I've done a backflip off of an elephant in Thailand into a pool, a lagoon. I was swimming with an elephant. It's one of the best feelings of my life, and I don't hold back when I tell the story because I can almost feel the rush of I'm on this big ass creature, I'm on this living animal, and I'm backflipping off of it like I'm on a diving board as a child. This was one of the most intense swimming with an elephant, and it almost smashed me between the rocks. Like it's one of the most intense feelings of my life. And most people, they don't want the intensity. They don't want to be the bravery that it takes to go into a new world that I never seen before and not know the language and not know anybody. They're like, oh man, you're only hearing the end of the story. It's the intensity that I turn myself up and say, yo, I don't like the way that my life is going right now. Yo, I don't like all these sounds outside and my girlfriend situation. And then I change it. I change me. I get into the game and I go, okay, what can I do to improve my attitude? What can I do to make my situation better? And that's it. I don't put it on other people. I put it on myself. And that's just the kind of intensity it is. So most people, they don't have this kind of follow through. They've never done anything consistently in their life. You know, they haven't put 10,000 hours into anything to become an expert. They're just literally spectators, and the spectators don't get to say shit. The spectators only get to watch. They pay. They give up their energy. They pay because we're giving so much energy on the field, and by we I mean us players that are out there moving around, catching balls, doing athletic shit, working out in the offseason. You're watching them get paid. You're watching their intensity turn into dollar bills. And I also see it too in fights. It's like, damn, you only saw a 25-minute fight or even 1 second fight if it's a quick knockout or 1 round fight. But what you didn't see was the 6-8 weeks of hard work and preparation, eating right and not having sex with your girlfriend and staying focused and staying mad at one person and just staying diligent to the task. Most people don't have that intensity. They've never focused on anything in their life. They've never even smelled the finish line. They're just talkers, watchers, spectators, opinionators, you know, just like all those fat white men watching black athletes back in the day. Oh, look at him, look at his body, he's 6'7". I'm like, you're doing some homo stuff right now, you know that, right? And like they were just like admiring what they weren't. You aren't athletic. You don't have a vertical, and you're not going to do anything. And it was called slavery, and they picked these people and admired these people. And I really think there was some admiring in racism, but that's the intensity of it, right? You're looking at a situation where you're trying to control another man, and you know that man can outgrip you and beat you down at any moment. This is a mind fuck. So are you going to be owned by somebody else in your mind? Are you going to let somebody else be the master and commander of your ship? Are you going to turn up your intensity and become a free man? Are you going to race to the north and get under an underground railroad just to get your own life back? And most people never had that chance to be intense, never had to fight in prison, never had to do anything in their life. They're really soft. And this conversation goes out to all those people. If you soft, you lost. It is the friction. It is the friction that makes us resistant. It's the early friction that makes us resistant to the drama and makes us resistant to it's the calluses on our hands. So grow some calluses. Get thicker skin, y'all. Be adaptive. And on that note, with the fucking guy taking out the trash and the plane flying over and 2 guys blowing their hot air, I'm going to get off this change. That's the intensity of my life. And I'm going to go put my energy into something and make it pay me dividends. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever. And if you got anything out of this message, please like, share, subscribe. Saints Addiction on Instagram. Peace. I'll see you on the other side. Ciao.